Welcome to episode 9 of the console build makeover of the interior of this truck, the C10, the 86 model Stepside. So there was a couple changes we made on it. One of them is we're going to go with the black top up on the panel here and on the back side. The mahogany will be on both sides. Being mahogany on both sides, the rest of the truck will have it in it also. Your trim, just different things in it. So I think the black looks better anyway. We did wrap them, and after wrapping them, after all that trouble, I didn't like it. One of those things, you know. So we just went a different route. But a couple of things we got in that we're going to be adding in the interior. As soon as the headliner shows up, the headliner's going to put us behind on the deadline. Looks like it's going to be, they said the 7th of September now for ships out. I don't know. They're taking their time. But I'm going to show you some items we got. It's going to go in it. This is some glow shift. It's a 3-gauge holder. We'll be adding 3 gauges that I think is needed. One of them is going to be the vacuum boost gauge from glow shift. The other one's going to be the tack. Let's see. And another one we're going to be adding, of course, is a wideband glow shift. I would put this on there, but being it's going to be supercharged, I'm curious what's happening, you know, going out. It needs it, but it don't. One of those type things, you know. Some people are running them, and I like to run them. Glow Shift's not paying me for this ad with their stuff here. I will be doing a review on them, how well they perform, how accurate, what all. I do know your wideband, most people complain about them. It's because they don't calibrate them. You have to calibrate it. If you just hook it up, you're going to get all kind of readings. So we'll be adding this in it, vacuum boost, tack, and our air fuel. Another item we're going to be putting in it, it's from Forever. It'll be the mahogany steering wheel. All the attachments and everything's in it. I like it. I used the Octagon back in the 80s, and that steering wheel's hard to find. When you do find it, it ain't cheap. Well, these ain't cheap either, but this will be looking good in there, I think. So that's just some of the items that when we get back in the cab, we'll get this done. Just when we get in there. But this week we're going to concentrate on cutting the hole out for the radio, getting all the measurements done on it, and getting it ready to go, you know. I'm kind of ready to get this thing installed. In August is coming up. I probably won't be on the truck much this next week. I'm going to try to have some kind of footage for 10. I don't know what yet. We'll come up with something. I'm going to be off and on a lot this week, doing different things. But anyway, let's get on with this cutout. Let's see how this thing's going to look. It's most of us to talk over, so I know you didn't want to be there all bored, me measuring, cutting, and doing this and doing that. So it's just going to be a talk over. So enjoy, and I'll see y'all after the video. All right, here we go. This is what we started out with. That's out of an 05 Suburban Tahoe GM product with rear air. This was where we're at the last couple of videos. Had the pieces made to ready to cut, and get at it. Here we taped it off. I taped it off where I can get a good draw on it, where I know where I'm going to be cutting at. Lay my outer piece on it, trace around it, and come where I want it. Now that, it's stressed enough, take your measurement. See that piece below it? That's a magnetic bar. They just so happen to be the height I needed from a measurement. You can see it right there. But I can't stress enough on measure inside and out of your console
before you cut your hole. If not, you're going to be building more than you need to. And you can back drag a razor blade or whatever you're going to use to cut with. I don't recommend using what I use. You use what you want. If you want to back drag it, cut it out, it'll cut it pretty smooth. And have it ready to go together with it. There, I had to extend it about an eighth, I guess, for my side pieces for the brackets on the side of the radio. I forgot about them. It was a mistake on my part, you know. But I had a existing hole to work from and knew where I was at. There, I test fitted it for the first time, and it seemed to work okay. And I had to set it up here and do some more adjusting on it and how it's going to lay in there, so on. But just take your time on it, on your cuts, because you got a one-time shot. If not, you're going to be making another plate, another piece of shroud there, or we're going to call it the console piece. So instead of messing one up, just do a lot of measuring. Can't tell you enough. Right here, see how it slides on top of it? I had to move that up on top instead of the bottom. It was hitting that, so I had to move it up on top. Now, that did bring a distance between that and the plate. So I ended up cutting two pieces to put under it to where I could screw that to it later on. I hadn't yet. I was just doing some more looking at it because with it on top, it wasn't going to work out. I mean, I could have heated it, done something with it, or whatever. So now I got it taped in there because it's not bolted or screwed in from the back. It's just sitting there. But I moved it up on the top side, and it worked out well. It brought the plastic in a little closer, as you can see here. Then you'll see where I had to build my two spacers to go in there. I was still test fitting it here, making sure everything fit right, how it was going to look. There it is right there, how close it is to the bottom. Just looking it over. You know, you got the sides, excuse me, the sides, all of it, you know, the bottom, each side. It just pretty close measurements, I think. Worked out real well. Now, I have enough room. It's on the side there. It's going to be back a quarter of an inch on both sides. I do have enough room to put a small piece of foam underneath it if I want to. I don't have to, but I will. All because of maybe any vibration noise. I put a piece of tape here on the end of it. You'll see in a minute. That's going to be my back bracket that actually holds it down to the piece that you see, the embossed piece, the hump there. There's the tape. So there'll be a bracket built there to screw down at the bottom of it. Help hold the radio down steadier. But I don't have to do anything to the bottom, really. And there it is. That's how she's going to fit. It's going to look like. But, you know, it's a little bit of work to it to make it work right. And I'm going to show you where I put the USB ports at. I went in the back with them. I could have put it in the front, but I didn't. It took me wires. I was worried about the wiring issue. So I went to the back. There they are right there. And that's right there by your elbow. So, anyway.
That concludes episode 9. There's the radio, obviously. Took it back out so I can get all my wires ran. One more thing to remember now on that is when we did our wiring harness, we allowed enough wiring where if you did snap this front part off, you can actually pull it out with all the wires on it, whatever. I hate to pull something apart and there's no wire, no stretch there, you know what I mean? No extension to it. So after we're going to add the lights and on the sides, I got a thermostat with a cooling fan to go in there for the amp. I'll show stuff to install it. and then we'll be about done with this thing. Be ready to pull the old carpet out of the truck, huh? So, and I think the black's gonna be okay because the seats are black. They're black and blue. Um, there's some black in the truck, and I think it match out right. But with it wrapped on here, it there was no contrast, I guess you'd say. It looked like just one block, really. But you still got a small dashboard up here that's wrapped. And show you last video where I put my USB stuff at in the back. The reason why is a cord issue, you know. Cord's all strung out. I could easily taken them, they're not mounted, taking them and mount them in here and put them up in the front, you know. Sure, I could have. You have cords, then you got chances on cords wrapping around your drinks, you know, whatever. But anyway, that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And just remember, measurements are important when doing these jobs. You know, especially when you got a like one piece that you especially made and you miscut it. You miss your measurement, slide your radio in and hit something. You're either going to end up cutting more out of your console or you make another piece. This way I got the whole flat deck in there for my radio to set on, and the blue tape will be a bracket that comes down the back. I'm not worried about it going down, worried about it coming up. So that'll keep it tied down in the back. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and let's see what goes on next week on this thing. Come on. Thanks for watching.